Hey y'all, so today I'm starting the first part of a 26-part series. Let's get into it. Okay, so the 26 parts of this are simply just each letter of the alphabet. I'm going to be going through each letter and doing like A is for blank and then teaching you about that subject, and they all have to do with being AFAB and then trans or non-binary of some sorts, you know, FtM, FtN, whatever you are. For those who don't know, I am a trans man. So I was assigned female birth, and I'm now a dude. So today, as you can see by the title, A is for acne. So a lot of you who are on testosterone know that as soon as you go on, acne is a thing you're gonna have to deal with. You're gonna become a teenage boy, and the vast majority of teenage boys deal with acne. So I have had my fair share of acne struggles. I've never had like severe acne or anything where I had to go to the doctor for it, but you know, I've definitely tried lots of different cleansers and treatments and moisturizers to try and combat it, and I'd like to say my skin right now is doing pretty good, and so I'm going to kind of share some advice I have and some products you should try. So the first thing you really need to learn about when you're learning about skincare is your skin type. So there are pretty much 3 skin types. There is dry skin, oily skin, and then combination skin. So I would say the vast majority of the population has combination skin, which is like super annoying because it's the most difficult one to deal with. And like I personally know I have combination skin. And so some of you might be thinking, well, when I put on this moisturizer, my skin's really oily. When I use this cleanser, my skin's really dry. Like, I don't know. Okay, here is like, I was gonna say foolproof, but like, here's like what I personally think is the easiest and best way to figure out what your skin type is take a shower and maybe use an extremely gentle cleanser, but even then, honestly, just wash your face with water a little bit, and then get out. Do not shave, do not put any moisturizer on, no products, and then wait for like an hour or two, and then kind of, you know, look in the mirror, feel yourself, and then kind of look in the mirror and like, you know, understand your skin and think about what skin type you'll be. So dry skin is, you know, usually you could touch it and it feels dry, and it can often feel like tight, whereas oily skin, you know, you'll feel it's like kind of oily and greasy, and so if you have like a mix of those on your face, combination skin. If you're predominantly dry skin, predominantly oily skin, that's pretty like straightforward, and knowing that information about yourself is really helpful because then you can look for products that are more like designed for your skin type. Okay, so the first thing in your kind of acne skincare routine should be a good cleanser. So I have a couple of cleansers here, and I'm just going to kind of tell you my opinions on all of them. And I actually have a new one coming in the mail that I'll also talk about. So this is the first ever cleanser I tried. It is almost empty. It actually like, pretty much is empty. This is the Nivea Men's Sensitive Skin Face Wash. So this is like supposedly good for like guys with like sensitive skin, which like I have sensitive and like, I have sensitive combination skin, so that's kind of like tricky to work with. But this is a really solid product, but I would not recommend it. It worked for me for probably the first like 2 or 3 months just because of how bad my acne was, because I like never washed my face. It was really gross. But it only got me to that certain point, right? After that, it was just making it worse, right? And my biggest like downside with this is the fragrance, okay? I understand a lot of you probably be like, fragrance doesn't matter in like cleansers or whatever. You have no idea how strong this is. Like, it smells like pure cologne. So I can't recommend this to you. I was like obsessed with the Nivea Men's line for the longest time, but I can't. But after I finished this bottle, clearly, I got a new one, which was like Nivea Men Maximum Hydration Moisturizing Face Wash, which you can see here. Honestly, I just got this because it said helps prevent dry, tight skin. It has the exact same issue. Like, it just smells like dude, and it honestly wasn't any better at helping than this was. That's why I like barely use this thing's like completely full. So then, probably about 6 months ago, I switched to this brand, Simple. This is like my second or third bottle of this stuff. This is a moisturizing facial wash. It's like sensitive skin, kind to skin. It says like for all face types and stuff. It does say no artificial perfume or color, and like smelling it, like it doesn't smell, it doesn't smell bad or anything. It just doesn't smell good. It doesn't smell like they put anything in it. Yes, that's kind of like a pro. This definitely, like, this is what I've been using. You can see it definitely helps. But what I've noticed is when I'm not using it, like when I went camping and I forgot to bring it and I didn't wash my face for like 3 or 4 days and I was only able to moisturize and stuff, my skin was actually doing better than when I was using this. So I've just purchased another cleanser, which is VaniCream, I think is how you say it. I'll put like their little logo right here. And it's just like their gentle cleanser or whatever. And I'm hoping that helps, but you know, we'll see. I don't know, hopefully that kind of improves the skin, but I'm not 100% sure yet. Okay, so another thing that comes into pretty much everyone's skincare routine at some point is a toner of some kind. So this is by Nivea again. You guys know I had a Nivea obsession, like so I was kind of told just by like people on the internet and like my friends and stuff that like toners were really important, but you could see I barely used any of that because honestly I didn't notice any difference. I used it for like probably 3 or 4 weeks. My skin was like the exact same, and so I was like, why am I putting something on my face if it's like pretty much the exact same? Like, what's the point? But honestly, like, if you're having troubles with your skin, like, I would recommend experimenting with a toner because it could help. But if you like have decent skin like me, like, honestly, I didn't see any improvement. Maybe it's just because of this brand, but honestly, it wasn't really a big deal for me. Okay, so another thing that I tend to do more in like the evening with washing my face and stuff like that is like spot treatment. So, you know, if you have like a big red pimple and you have like a project the next day, like a presentation or something, you kind of want to try and get rid of that to the best of your abilities. So this is what I've been using for like the longest time, is this like Neutrogena Rapid Clear spot gel thing. That's what it looks like. It's like a small tube. It's like 15 mils, I think. And it worked really well when I first got it, but now it's like not as amazing, and I think honestly it's just because of how long I've had this tube, and it's like pretty cheap. I'm pretty sure it was like $12. But yeah, I would recommend this. Like, it says like visible results in 4 hours, and honestly I believe that, because like if I have a presentation in the afternoon, I can put it on in the morning and my spot will definitely be reduced. Like, obviously it's not gonna like completely go away into like normal skin, but it definitely makes it way less visible. So like 100% would recommend this, like Neutrogena Rapid Clear. Awesome. So this is like, just so you're aware, for those who don't know, spot gel does not go all over your face. You just put it right where you have, you know, little pimples. And another like spot treatment kind of thing I bought recently is this Leva Clean, I don't know. They're pimple patches. So these are not like your typical pimple patches that have a bunch of chemicals in them that are like trying to suck everything out. These are for if you've like accidentally or purposely popped a pimple, and it's technically an open wound at that point, and it's really easy to get them infected, right? So these are pretty much like little band-aids for your pimples. So I'll show you one. Okay, so they come in these little sheets, which like you can see I've already used some, but they have like bigger ones, medium ones, and then little ones down there. And yeah, you just like, I just put them on like before bed, or honestly, they claim they can go like under makeup and stuff. I don't know, I don't wear makeup. But yeah, these are like super helpful. They're super thin, and they just like, okay, so another like essential in skincare is moisturizers. Okay, I have a bunch here, and we're gonna kind of talk about all of them. So starting in again with the first one I ever tried, me and my Nivea men addiction. I don't know why, honestly. But it was like sensitive skin, no drying alcohol, like intensive moisture. It's cologne in a cream, okay? I don't know why I got it. It made me break out. It was bad, okay? Would not recommend. Just don't buy Nivea, okay? Long story short. Next up was Tiege Hanley. Probably a lot of you who've been researching men's skincare have heard of Tiege Hanley. It is a like subscription box for skincare, and I worked with them for this on my Instagram, link in description. I liked it for a little bit, but they claim to be fragrance free, but I do not think that can be true. I just don't. It has a scent that does not just smell like chemicals and cream. I don't think this is fragrance free, even though they claim it is. But things like Tiege Hanley and like Lumen, all these like men's skincare subscription boxes, would not recommend it, to be honest. Okay, so the next thing, this is the one that like I'm using as my nighttime moisturizer right now. Not super fond of it, not gonna lie, but I will talk about it a bit because it could help some of you. So this is like hypoallergenic, which is like if you have sensitive skin, pretty much. It's unscented, non-greasy, like it's supposed to be like really good. It's like a daily face cream. See, there's by Complex 15, I believe. Yeah. Okay, this was good for like my greasy areas, like my nose, but this is definitely for people with oily skin. Okay, this does not work for those of us with dry skin. So if you have oily skin, yeah, go ahead, buy it. Would recommend it. But for those of us with dry skin or even just normal skin, not so much. Honestly, like, would not recommend. Okay. Probably any of you who've done any research in the skincare community have heard of CeraVe. It's like really popular because of this YouTuber named Hiram. He makes like skincare videos. Would recommend, go check out his videos. He has incredible insight into like skincare and all that. So if you want to like learn a lot more in depth than just this, definitely go check out his channel. But this is awesome. This is their like daily facial moisturizing lotion. This is their AM one. You can see that for in the morning. And this has SPF in it. So that's like sunscreen. For those of you who don't know, this is SPF 30. That is a must. When you're putting on moisturizer in the morning, you have to have sunscreen. I don't care if it's winter. I don't care if you're inside. I don't care. Sunscreen, okay? Game changer. It is so much better for your skin to not get sunburn and not get tanned and not get too much sun. Please just invest in a sunscreen moisturizer. This is legendary. And I've actually bought the nighttime version of this. It's coming in the mail because I love this so much, and the nighttime one of this is going to replace this. 100% would recommend CeraVe. I love their stuff. Okay, so for those of you who haven't even been into skincare for that long, but you know, maybe you have a girlfriend or something like that, or someone who is into skincare, you will have heard of face masks. So these are two of like some of the most common types of face masks. So we have a charcoal peel-off mask and a detoxifying mud mask. Okay, these are both by the brand Life. They're just called Life brand. Long story short, I do not think masks are that useful in any way. There are another type of mask called sheet masks, which like you guys have probably seen those before. Those are helpful, okay? Those can definitely be useful, definitely be helpful for getting that moisture in during like harsher seasons if you have dry skin. But overall, these like mud masks and like charcoal masks, not so much. I don't really think it does a whole lot, in my opinion, and just from what I've read and just personal experience, I don't really think it's doing much. And also just a side note, if you do decide to use one of these like peel-off masks and it hurts to peel off, wash it off. You should not be in pain. A lot of people think that, oh, no pain, no gain when it comes to skincare. Sure, like, oh, it's not gonna feel great. Like, you know, just like a Band-Aid doesn't feel perfect peeling off. If it is any worse than a Band-Aid, if it makes you tear up, you should not have it on your face, okay? Pretty simple. So the last thing I want to talk about is kind of some things that I see come up a lot in skincare. Once again, by Tiege Hanley. When I don't have to talk good about products, I don't. But yeah, like I said, the reason my post about these was so good, I was not forced to say any of that. It appeared to be working at first, but after using their products for a little while, I realized that it was just making my skin worse. So this one is what they call their eyes treatment, which is an AM/PM eye cream. From what I've read, from what I've heard, from personal experience, eye creams. They're supposed to help with like your under eye bags. Are moisturizers in different bottles, okay? They are fancy moisturizers. They're moisturizers with a different name on it, okay? It's a moisturizer. Don't go invest in expensive eye creams. If you really are concerned about how your under eye bags look, talk to a doctor, talk to a dermatologist, because they'll help you get something that actually works and is not just a fancy moisturizer. And the other bottle I have here is their like super serum, which is supposed to be like a facial firming serum to get rid of your wrinkles. Once again, fancy moisturizer. Absolute BS, okay? Like, maybe there are some very expensive serums out there that will temporarily reduce the appearance of your wrinkles, but overall, not a thing, not worth your time. Don't invest in them. So yeah, so that's pretty much what I have to tell you about skincare products. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments, and I will try and, answer to the best of my knowledge. But yeah, overall, your takeaways: figure out your skin type. Wash your face at least once a day, preferably once in the morning, once at night, but and then just get your bare essentials: cleanser, morning moisturizer, evening moisturizer. And that morning one better have SPF, alright? That's pretty much all you gotta do, and then after that, it's just experimenting about what works for you. Some things I have noticed, just some little pro tips, is don't touch your face. It's gonna get gross. Your hands are yucky, shouldn't be on your face. So I'm terrible at that. So just, keep your arms crossed, whatever you gotta do, try not to touch your face. And then the biggest one, change your pillowcases regularly. Like, if you have bad acne, like, try and change them every night. Like, clean them, change them every night. That will significantly help. But if you're just someone like me with normal skin, like, once a week is fine. But that definitely helps tons because, grease and oil and stuff build up on your pillowcases, and so you want to be able to clean that lots. Yeah, and so I hope you guys learned something from this video. Have a wonderful day.